Mhm. Hey, relax. Okay. All right. Honestly, I guess we'll look at it. Hey, what's up, Alfred? What you thinking for the day, man? I mean, I already see what could be a downtrend on the Nasdaq already. I already see the downtrend. I mean, these things are not random; they're measured moves. Oh my god, dude! Any slight discomfort, man. That is just so annoying. Hmm. And that can just be like a target or something. All right, we got a range breakout. Mm. Hmm. I'm gonna buy the 21 EMA on the Nasdaq here. I'm gonna buy the 21 EMA on the Nasdaq here. And this is looking to me like this is a double bottom trend line breakout to me. So I'll take the chance on that trade. A double bottom. You got a resistance trend line coming down, and you got the bulls breaking out of it. You got the 21 sloping up to the upside. I'm gonna take the chance on this one. Oh shit. Am I on the right count? Okay, I'm in the right account. I may have missed the entry on ES though. Maybe. Maybe. Hmm. All right, so I should be in this one. Okay. I'm going to see how this plays out because I did not mean to go short, but I'm going to see how it plays out. I didn't mean to go short here. I meant to go long. I don't know what the hell happened with the limit, but I mean, if the short works, if it works, I ain't going to complain about it. Why you say that? Actually, I'm gonna look at the job data and see. Well, I mean, I'm in this position now, so. mm. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about this position. I really don't. I'm not gonna close it. But if the short works, then I had to accept that I was wrong, and I would have gotten stopped out. If this works, then I had to accept that my previous bias was wrong, and I inversed myself, and it worked. So that's a double shot to the ego there. And I'm literally watching or observing my mind, formulating ways on how this could work now that I'm in short. We'll see what happens. But one thing is for sure, we got a double bottom retest here. Unless that was just a retest of this low to come back and rebalance this area of supply right here. And we got 2 more minutes until the orb is finalized. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I think my original thesis was correct, but I would hate to flip and be wrong. Looks like the Bulls are having a hard. You know what? I'm a close this one. I'm closing it. I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna go with my original thesis. Wow, this thing just literally okay. All right. Looks like we could have another one of those big move days. We got about 20 seconds until the all right, so 36,000 or 46 436, my bad. About 100,000 contracts added. Damn. 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 Okay, well, shit, I should have stayed short then, I guess. Damn. Okay. Guess I should have stayed short. Wow. Now I feel like a fool. Now I feel like a fool. Okay. Oh, congratulations, bro. Now I feel like a fool. I could have been in that short. Actually, I think I might be long in. I might be long. All right, so we'll see what happens here. All right, well, I guess that was a great ES trade. Hmm. Damn, look at that, baby. Who says we can't trade ES with the best of them? Who says that we can't trade ES with the best of them, baby? And you know I'm copy trading that across 4 accounts right now. Copy trading that across 4 accounts. Damn, yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about, man. We got one more. Well, I mean, where can we leave this runner at? So, actually, let me see if I can show it. Now I gotta get my money back on this account, but I copy traded that across all of my accounts. Let me see what it looks like. I'm using the Replicanto, uh, copy trade, and as you can see, I made about $800 just like that in the first what, I don't know. And so that's across 4 accounts. So I'm about 4 or 5K this morning. Beautiful thing to see in the morning, man. Beautiful thing to see. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful, man. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hmm. Hmm. Thanks again, Cave. Anyway. I'm glad that Cave Trader brought it to my attention because shit. I mean, damn, do I let this thing run? Actually, let me see something. Oh, is it like, dude, it's like when I move my orders across the, I mean, of course. So I can update my orders and it'll update. I don't want to be too greedy here, but I want, this runner to, act as a runner here. All right. I'm gonna let it go to S. I'm a point above, a point before. I mean, it could potentially make a full rotation here, I mean, but we made I mean, I'm not gonna get too greedy on this, man. This was a great trade. This is really a great trade, man. Really great. Really fucking great. And this is why I really enjoy trading instruments like gold and not Nasdaq, gold and ES, because I don't have to be patient. I just got to just identify an area of support, and I'm just using the same strategy. Whichever fib lines up with the area of support, and I just take it because I know that the market, like ES and gold, reacts to structure more than anything. I mean, these fib lines is just a proof of that. So, hmm, yeah, I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna let this last contract run. Appreciate that, gain weight. Appreciate that. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure my daughter is done. Give me a second. Or you get up at 9:30. Damn, my daughter is such a damn drama queen. Any inconvenience, it's like, dude, it's like I feel like I don't beat her enough or something. She has such a pamper. Like, dude, just any slight inconvenience, her whole life, her whole world is destroyed. It's like, dude, where do you even get that from? Like, I don't spoil her. I mean, I provide a. I mean, I guess from her perspective, yeah, I guess maybe. I feel like I balance I do a nice balance of telling her when she's wrong and congratulating her when she does things when she behaves in a desirable way. I feel like I balance that out. But man, she's such a brat. Oh, drama queen about everything. I mean, we got this last piece. Let's see if we can get our money back in this other account, man. Because I don't like that, man. I can't end the day like that. I don't like that. See if we can get our money back in this account. Let me see. I mean, it's uh, mm, uh, uh, toss this up probably like at R1 right there. Probably toss this right here. Okay. All right, man. We got 5 minutes into the 9 o'clock algo here. Mm. You're copy trading as well? Yeah, I wouldn't play around with that too because shit. I wouldn't like people that copy trade the Nasdaq. Either you're super confident, you're super patient, or you're trading with the proper sizing. Even with all those things underneath my belt, I still won't copy trade the Nasdaq because she does shit like this. Damn, bro. All right. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if that trend line is going to be the. We'll see, man. Maybe I should. I will say this, man. Today really showcases how crucial it can be to make mistakes in the Nasdaq. Hmm. Hmm. It just really shows how easy it is to make mistakes on the Nasdaq, and trying to fix the mistake. Mm. And trying to fix that mistake, that usually blows accounts on the Nasdaq. Mm. So if I lose this trade, I'm just going to kind of take a break, kind of reassess what's going on. Maybe I just had the wrong idea about what the market is trying to do right now. I see that it's I see that it's in a downtrend. Mm. I see that it's in a downtrend. I guess I was just hoping for a pop here. God damn, dude. All right. All right. Fuck. Damn. Don't freaking tell me, man. Don't tell me. Okay, I'm gonna try one more long, man. I just saw something. You stupid. No, Nasdaq. Why? Okay. Okay. All right. It double bottom at that level. This is exactly all right. I don't know why I'm making these mistakes right now. I really don't know why I'm making these mistakes right now. I really don't. I really don't know why I'm making these mistakes. I really don't. I don't know why I'm making these mistakes. The Nasdaq literally bounced at the area that I had my original long limit at. Right there at 50. Right there. Dude, I made so many mistakes. Right. I don't know what. Okay. I made mistakes. 2 winning trades. Man, I made so many mistakes this morning, man. But I'm glad I recognized that it hit my area and then it bounced and I was trying to hurry up and get into it. It was my fault. I guess. I mean, obviously it's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. I made 3 mistakes in the Nasdaq today, and that's 3 freaking mistakes, man. 3 mistakes. 3 mistakes, man. 3 mistakes. Hmm. Two freaking mistakes. Man. I'm beating myself up about it. I can't believe that. I can't believe I did that, man. It's like, why did I do that to myself? I mean, no, it made no sense to do that, and I did it. I don't know why I did that. I guess, because I had that big win on ES copy trading with 4 accounts. Maybe I guess I wanted to recreate that success in my other account. Made 3 freaking mistakes, and honestly, if I was heavy, that would have cost me the account. That literally would have cost me the account if I was like super heavy. Okay. I mean, I think we go higher. I think we go higher from here. We broke above that trend line. We're now well above it. I think we go higher from here. I'm all out of that ES position. So I'm out of that one. I think I should be up. Let me see if the copy trader worked. Okay. So yeah, I'm up about $900 in all of those accounts. So it's about $3,600 on a day. Not 36, probably 30 or just around that. 36, 37. Trading ES, easy money. All right, so the copy trader works. That's all. That's the only thing I kind of wanted to showcase is that the copy trader works. And I moved my limit in that account, and it moved it across all of my accounts, which is what I wanted. All right, so we got those target filled. Okay, trader, you say you wouldn't use the limit, just use market orders, so that way you won't see the limit on the other accounts. It will copy execution only. So I have them all set to ATM strategies. I have it copying my ATM strategies across all those accounts. Oh, come on, man. Good thing I got aggressive at least with one of those contracts because I feel like no matter how many ticks I front run the 21 EMA, it still finds a way to miss it. I really don't understand that. But other times, if I don't have it trailing a damn 21, it literally ticks it. I mean, the price literally touches the 21. So I was what's up with that? I mean, technically, mm. A lot of the traders that are getting these big payouts. So, I mean, I don't think this is a surprise to anybody. It doesn't take away from anybody's success either. But uh, I guess one of the things that what's his name, Patrick Willian exposed, quote unquote, about Top Step and their leaderboards. Uh, a lot of the P&L that is shown is not P&L from one account, but from traders copy trading 5 accounts. And they're just adding all the profits together and showcasing it as, or at least allowing it to be left up to interpretation that, oh man, this trader had a 20K day. This trader had a 10K day, to try to incite people's natural instinct to be greedy, to quote unquote purchase accounts to recreate that success. But a lot of these traders are copy trading and getting big payouts that way. But I mean, honestly, I don't, I kind of had to think about it from a different perspective because I was thinking to myself, I mean, I guess I kind of expect that if, if someone's copy trading, well, but there has been people that has made like 10, 20, 30K in one account, but those are exceptional traders trading heavy leverage. I think his name is good damn trading. He's really good, man. He's really comfortable trading 15 mini contracts and holding. I mean, he's had like 20, 30, 50, 60, $70,000 days full porting and holding. I mean, that is extreme gambling, but shit, it works. It works. And that's all that matters. Mm. You kind of get tired of this shit that the Nasdaq does, man. Missing the targets literally by a tick and dropping. I mean, that bullshit. Come on, Nasdaq. Yeah, really, only 6 contracts. Dude, I mean, I don't know how, but the Nasdaq finds a way to do it. I really don't get it. She finds a way to do it. Like she literally missed me by a tick right here, and then drops. Like, what the hell's up with that, Nasdaq? You didn't have to do that shit, but you chose to do it anyway. And this is where that unnecessary movement comment comes from. The Nasdaq just makes unnecessary pullbacks. So it looks like I could have held my last contract for at least S1 because it got there. But I mean, I'm not going to complain. It was a good trade. We caught the bottom. I mean, how can you complain about that? We caught the bottom of this move. So I mean, you really can't complain about a move like that. Made $900 across 4 accounts this morning. You can't complain about that. Yeah, I definitely gonna have to write this in my journal for real though. I can't believe I made all these mistakes on the Nasdaq this morning. Made all these mistakes. Even had a limit down here that would have got filled, and I'm just, the crazy thing is, I almost blinded myself from it, and then when I saw it hit it, I was like, hold on, didn't I have like a limit down here that I took off thinking that it wouldn't go down here, and then it finds a way down here, and then once I saw that, I was like, let me hurry get back in. Look at that, dude. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that, man. And I said something earlier that I need to actually write down, but my brain is making me forget it. I was talking about what I felt the Nasdaq was supposed to do this morning, right here. I forgot what I said. Never mind. I should have written it down when I thought about it. Mm, mm. That's a range breakout. That's a range breakout, huh? That's a range breakout, huh? Mm. That's whatever, man. Let her watch what she want to watch. Mm. Yeah, what's up, Smith? Yeah, that 9 o'clock algo was not playing. You would think that we had news today the way that that shit pushed. But then, I mean, we're seeing the trend. We're seeing the trend. We had over 100,000 contracts added in the first 15 minutes. That's usually a sign that we're going to see a big move. I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, it makes sense. We got more volume in the market. I mean, of course, price is going to, move a lot more versus when we don't have that volume. We're not going to see too much of a big move. All right. So yeah, it's just like Alfred said, we had the S&P services, S&P global manufacturing. Anything above 50 shows expansion, shows growth. So I guess the market like that. Existing home sales looks like home sales actually came in above expectation. That's probably, I don't know why that would push the Nasdaq, but it looks like it came above expectation here. Existing home sales changes 2%. And that's all she wrote for today. I mean, we don't have anything else, any scheduled news. We can always have Trump tweeting about something, but I think the market is going to finish his rotation higher. It touched that area of demand right here, and this is what I was looking at earlier this today on the Nasdaq, and I convinced myself that the market wasn't even going to get down here too. But it found a way to double bottom at these lows right here on the Nasdaq, and we're seeing this push. Hmm. It's always the slowdown at the first target, man. It's always the slowdown at the target. Come on, Nasdaq, just run through my target, man. Just let my target hit. Damn, it's always the slowdown at the target, man. Just let it hit. Let the target hit, man. There we go, baby. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now that's now we can reduce our risk on this one, baby. This is all gravy. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one off too, so I only have one. Cool. Cool. All right. So with that, we had a good day. All right. So now I can kind of talk about, what happened. I can talk about what happened today. Man, I'm probably beat myself up about this. I kind of already internally beating myself up about this. How I made a mistake. It really just goes to show. I think today was a good showcase of uh, euphoria and allowing emotions to do my trading for me. I mean, we started off the session with a great, a perfect entry on the ES. I could have left that runner, higher apparently, but it's not here nor there. It doesn't matter. But he had a great entry on ES, copy traded it across 4 accounts, instantly get our first and second target hit. We leave a runner, that gets hit, and all that euphoria. It's like, man, let's go over here and just recreate that on the Nasdaq. Was looking at this area right here, but then changed my mind for whatever reason. For whatever reason, changed my mind. Go long here. First, the market was merciful to me. And for whatever reason, I could have sworn I put a long limit here, but I was actually in short at a great entry. And then I said, I feel like I was talking about my ego and not talking about the trade. Obviously, I was in an emotional state at the moment at that time, so logic didn't really matter. And I said my inner thoughts out loud as I feel like I would hate, my ego would feel hurt if my initial thesis was correct and it would have worked. So I got out of a winning position, went short, moved my stop to kind of underneath this low, scale right back in at this low right here, get super stopped out to have price go to my first initial entry that I told myself, no, it's not going to get down there. Just for it to get down there and then see this massive move. What I did do right is once I saw that my area, we got this strong momentum push away from this area, instead of crying about it, I just recognized the situation and got in long in the best area that I could have gotten long in, and was able to fix my mistakes. If I was heavy, this account would have probably been gone. It probably would have been gone if I was heavy. And did exactly the same thing that I did with adding to a losing position, moving my stop. All the wrong things that I did today would have blown the account, or I would have had a huge loss. I would have gotten it back, but if this didn't blow the account, so uh, so yeah, I'm definitely going to kind of think about that today for sure. And this is why I won't copy trade Nasdaq, because it's just all it takes is one mistake. That's all it takes. That's all it takes is one mistake. And I appreciate that, Cave Trader and Market Edge. Oh, you noticed the shift? Yeah, when you're looking for that target, that's all that matters. That's all my focus is on that target. But now that it hits, well, shit. Let's look at the markets. Let's talk about it. But all in all, good trade. We got the break and retest off of the orb high. You said NQ triple top that 368. Yeah, I got my last target actually right there. I don't know if y'all guys can see it. I got my last target there. Looks like, honestly, I might be. Hold on, let me look at this again, man. Because shit, we could potentially just break out above that and probably go to 435. Hmm. Huh. If I had one more contract in this, I would go to 435. But I'm going to allow my target to take at 369 at the high of the session. I'm going to allow it to do that. But if I had one more, I would target 435 or yeah, 435. says ES orb printing yet again. Man, this shit's always printing. That's why we focus on the ES orb, but I mean, we made our money before. We made our money on the fake out of the orb, the breakdown low. I know the bulls that got aggressive, not the bulls, but here's the thing though with the ES. If you see this, get out. If you see a break, a momentum push down, a momentum push back up, closing within the range that it left, get out of that. Get out of that. Try to get break even because you know the ES, you'll at least get break even. Try to get out of that because this is a clear sign that the bears in this situation failed. The bulls trapped them, and they're now going to use their stops to fuel the market higher. Clear sign. But the ES orb so far, so if I got in at the ES orb at the high, I would have got my 10-point target hit. And I would have got my, actually, it would have missed, actually, let me see. It would have missed my 15-point target. My 15-point target would have probably been right here. It would have missed it. I think it's 15 and a couple of ticks. But I'm pretty sure we'll get a breakout. In this situation, I probably would have had a limit order right here to capture a pullback of a retest. Let's actually test that out. Actually, hold on. I got to get my my daughter real quick off the potty. Give me a second. So I would have, so if I got in at 97, let's see. So I'm taking this in a sim account, but give me a second. Isn't that some shit? Let's see what happens at the 200 EMA. Let's see what happens. The 200 EMA is sloping to the upside. So I don't think this could be a real drop. It's sloping to the upside. So what I'm gonna do? I'm in the sim. I'm testing this out. I've already made my money for today. I don't need to risk any profits. to prove a point. I'm going to trade this in the sim. So the 200 EMA is sloped up. VWAP is sloped up. We'll see. And Gainweight is probably saying, look at Sherm using his sim account to manipulate the market. Trying to protect his order. The ES never ceases to amaze me, man. It never ceases to amaze me. Look at that trend line. Look at the trend line, dude. Look at it. It's this trend line right here that it's rejecting off of. It used it right here, and then it used it right there. Man, the ES is such a easy money printer to trade. And look how far back this trend line goes. Look how far back it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sessions later from this trend line's inception, it's still influencing the market. If this doesn't convince you that chart geometry works and that you should use it to your advantage, I mean, I don't know what else will. I don't know what else would. You know how it goes, man. Hey, Smith, I know that when you think about that situation where you went full port randomly on the chart, you had little to no drawdown and made 20K in the sim account. Do you ever think like, man, like how can you ever recreate that in your own personal or a live funded account? Actually, you know what? That's my bad. That's my bad, man. That's my bad. That's my bad. I should have known better than that. That's my bad. And that's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. It don't work in a personal account. The brokers make sure that they put you in a special, like when you trade the sim, they put you in a special magical environment where all your trades work. They're not stress free. As soon as you enter them, they bounce. You get perfect entries all the time. in the magical land of sim, and they get you confident. It's all about, yeah, I just made a $10 million in the sim. Let's translate this success in my personal account. That's when they get you. He was like, sir, he just transferred $10 million into his personal account. We got him. we got him. We got him. And then all the same trades that you take in the sim don't work. They work after you're all stopped out, after you've taken the big loss, after you're done for the day. And then when you look back at the charts, and it's like, oh shit, look at my setup working now. All the trades that work, the ones that you're not in, those are the trades that instantly work. They instantly go from entry to target, and all you can do is just sit there and look at them. But the trades you get in take about 10 million hours just for it to work. Yo, congratulations on that, Alfred. Okay, well, I'm done for. We'll just do some market analysis and sim trade. We made our money today. Oh shit, I didn't know. Okay, so I'm in a ES sim trade. I think I bought the orb high. Okay, so I bought the orb high on the ES. Let's see. I bought the retest, but uh here's one thing that's kind of obvious, but we will see what happens. Sherm says we will see what happens. That's an indicator. We will see what happens. We're the ES is obviously making lower lows and lower highs here. That's kind of obvious. The ES trend always wins. Remember that saying. The ES trend always wins. We got a downward channel going down right now where we're making higher lows and we're making lower lows. So we'll see what happens here. So that means that the market could potentially try to, if we kind of get another rejection off this high, it could potentially make a run for S4 at 373 here. We can probably make a run for it. We'll see what happens. You're using the built-in copy trader with Tradeovate. You know, the one thing I didn't like about that built-in trade copier with Tradeovate is that I can't trade ATM strategies. Which, in my opinion, I feel like that defeats the purpose. Why the hell I can't trade I mean, well, I like to trade with stops and targets already in place. I'm not I'm a mentally get out kind of trader, or I'm going to mentally take profits here. And I want a target. I want a set target. I want a goal. And I want something that's going to protect me if I'm wrong. I don't want to trade like that. But, I almost gave Trade of Eight a chance. I almost gave it a chance. but it broke my heart when it said I couldn't trade my ATM strategies. Creativate, you broke my heart. Now I got to give you the kiss of death. I will never use that platform to trade anything unless I have to. I mean, but the crazy thing is that I like trading view. I just don't like trade evade. I don't know why. I feel like it's the same thing. Trading view has, or at least the version that the prop firms provide outside of the X platform. It is so basic that you literally have to manually move your stop and your target. It's so primitive. It makes you feel like a caveman. But for whatever reason, I enjoy it. Like, dude, it's so bare bones and basic, but I enjoy trading that, and I absolutely hate trading on Tradeovate. Mm. That's how you been. That's how you kind of got over that using the Dom. Hey Smith, this is that easy money that I was telling you about on the ES, where you don't get stopped out unnecessarily, like on the Nasdaq. But the Nasdaq, I mean, she kept me in, I guess, at least for now. I'm still in this, at least for now. She could have been really nasty here, but she chose to show mercy this time around. Actually, let me just look at this real quick. Let me look at this. I mean, we do got a small little micro trend going up. It's small. Mhm. That is so interesting. That is interesting. It's interesting. That is interesting. That is so interesting. That is so interesting. That is interesting. Mm, and sometimes it's just like, I guess if it works, then. Mm. Mm. Yo, congratulations on that market edge. You know what? I'm glad that you chose to stay over here at the house of taking profit, or not the profits, the house of taking targets, and not the house of taking profits. Market edge. I think that's a great combination. Uh, so last night, Tradeify, for whatever reason, asked for my email address after already having it. It might have been just an automation error on their part, but I was like, well, fine, whatever. I mean, if you want my email again, that's fine. Because I figured that they was gonna probably send like an ebook or something like that. And that's exactly what they sent. And it's a very basic ebook, but very powerful information. Or at least I thought it was. Uh Specifically the last part of it where it says, what kind of trader are you? And let me actually, instead of trying to paraphrase it, let me see if I can actually find it. And it kind of solidifies kind of what I look for when I trade. Actually, let me see if I can just send it to myself because I think I downloaded it onto my phone. And I don't like downloading too many things onto this laptop because it's my trading laptop, and I really don't want to download too many things on this thing because it has so much stuff running. I don't want anything to interfere with it. But hmm. I even reserved a spot on their so they have the that guy tank that they hyped up on their stream, and he's giving like a free like what is it called, little session like for mindset and stuff like that. I'm a join it and check it out and see if I can kind of take anything from it. But yeah, so it was saying what kind of trader are you? Are you a loser, a good trader, which is high pressure, a good trader, which is low pressure, or a pro trader? And what it's saying is that the loser has a low win rate and low risk to reward. So many losses, few wins, risking too much and making too little, losing money fast. The second is the high pressure good trader, low win rate, but a high risk to reward. So they lose more than they win, but when they do win, they win big. But that style of trading can be emotionally demanding due to the frequent losses. The low pressure good trader high win rate, low risk to reward. So they lock in a lot of wins than losses, steady and consistent growth, but it's small profits per trade. So they might have a 5, 10 point target, but one big loss can take out all those wins. And then you have the pro trader, which is a high win rate, high risk to reward. So they mostly win with occasional losses, consistent growth of capital, and confident in their strategy. And they have a high risk to reward. So, like this trade right here, all my trades are 1 to 2. Every single one of them is 1 to 2. If I have a 5 point stop, that means I should have an 11, or actually I have a 5 and 3 tick stop to be exact. So that means I should have my first target should come off at 11 points. And that's the bulk of my position is at that first target. And then the second follow-up targets are usually just ego runner targets to add to that, to the profits. So over time, I can lose more than I win, and I'm still profitable over time. And I can still be profitable in the short term as well if all I'm doing is collecting wins. So, let me see. Okay, you know what? You're right. You're right. Let me see, let me try to send this to myself because like I didn't want to download this onto this laptop. It's downloaded on my phone. I mean, I'm not saying that Tradeify is going to host a malicious document, but I don't take any chances when it comes to this laptop. So let me just send it the document itself. And you're right. I should have done that the first time. All right. Let me see if I can get it. All right. So yeah. So this is the document that they sent. This little ebook. A lot of these quote unquote mentors send these ebooks. This is like the second one that I've read. The first one, it's kind of telling you the obvious. If I can find it, I'll actually look at that as well. But it was basically saying, after monitoring 15,000 accounts, this is the data that they're, abstracting from it, and they're sharing that data with you. Trading data is definitely valuable. That's what made Robinhood. That's what put Robinhood in position by Robinhood selling your orders to these big firms so they can make you hold the bag. So trading data is definitely important. But I read this whole document, but and this is what I was referring to. They have a matrix, and it's like 4 types of traders based on risk to reward and win rate. It says when you combine risk to reward with win rate, you can identify 4 types of traders. The loser, the low win rate, low risk to reward, many losses, few wins, risking too much, making too little, losing money fast. The reality check is this: if you're in this category, you need to stop trading immediately and rethink your approach, which I agree with. You're bleeding capital, and you must focus on strategy improvement and risk management. And in this ebook, risk management is one of the things that they drill into whoever is reading it. Risk management is what's going to keep you in the game long term. The second, the high pressure good trader, low win rate, high risk to reward, more losses than wins. When you win big. Emotionally demanding due to frequent losses. So the reality check for this one, the approach works mathematically, but is psychologically exhausting. If you hate seeing losses often, you may need to adjust your strategy to aim for a higher win rate. And then you have the low pressure good trader. So I guess it's the high pressure good trader and the low pressure good trader. High win rate, but it is low risk to reward. That's like your 5, 10 point, maybe 2 point targets. Some of the older traders have this style, and I'm pretty sure this is who they're referring to. So one of the traders that I watched coming up in my journey to be a trader they would scalp 4 to 5 mini contracts. Their stop was based on ATR times 2. Their first target is 1-to-1. So if they have a 5-point stop, their first target is 5 points. They would take that 5-point target, move their stop to break even, and trail the rest of the way. And I've seen a lot of people use that approach. And maybe this is what this is referring to. Because if you take that first target and it comes back and stops you out at break even, and then it goes, finding a re-entry into that could be tough unless you have the discipline of a saint, of a stoic. Unless you have the discipline of a stoic, I mean, that's kind of hard to see yourself get stopped out of a winning trade and then having the courage to re-enter. But that's probably the approach that they're referring to, because one loss is going to take out a lot of multiple wins if it's big enough. Now, if you adhere to your stop, I mean, it's not a big deal, but if you're losing more and your stop is not mathematically set to where it's 1-to-2, then over time you can blow your account that way too. So I wouldn't recommend it, especially in today's whippy markets, choppy markets. I wouldn't recommend it. And then you have the pro trader, the high win rate, or actually, my bad, the reality check. So more wins than losses, steady and consistent growth, small profits per trade. So the reality, this is a low stress approach. If the risk to reward is too low, a few bad trades could erase multiple small wins. If this is you, work on slightly improving risk to reward without sacrificing consistency. And then the pro trader, high win rate, high risk to reward, mostly wins, occasional losses, consistently growing capital, confident in their strategy. Reality check. If you're here, you are trading at a professional level. Actually, I always knew this, but reading this kind of, I guess, put it into perspective, because in my mind, even though I could be considered trading at a professional level, at least mentally, I'm thinking, well, if I'm trading this good, then a real professional trader should have a better result than me. And honestly, when I read that, I had to kind of correct myself and say to myself, well, that doesn't necessarily make sense. Maybe when I first started out, that thought process was correct because I didn't know anything about the market. I didn't understand how it moved, why it moved, and who moved the market and how it's influenced. But that statement is no longer accurate. I had to update that last night, and I was like, yeah, I'm up here. We're all up here. We've made, if you've taken a payout from these prop firms with the rules that they've had, you should consider yourself a pro trader, because these rules, not everybody gets paid out. And these rules are set to work almost to where you might as well be a professional trader, the way that they got their rules set up. So if you've gotten a payout, you can consider yourself professional. But I understand that, with us humans, that what is it called? Imposter syndrome is very strong and influential emotion. And even if we go and take tests, even if we have the results that we want to have, imposter syndrome is very strong. It will look at that results and say, "Oh yeah, you're that's just a fluke. You got lucky there. You don't know. You really don't even know what you're doing. You just got lucky. Oh, you got 10 payouts. All those times were luck, but you suck." I mean, that's just how powerful imposter syndrome is. But it is what it is, right? And the key is maintaining discipline and not letting greed or overconfidence push you into higher risk. That's where I fall victim most of the time. Greed and overconfidence. Greed and overconfidence. And when the ES kind of misses your target, or the Nasdaq misses your target for whatever reason, a winning trade can turn into a losing trade. But if I'm going to be fair, oh no, it didn't even go 4 points. Actually, yeah, it did go 10 points right there. That was 10 points right there. Half good, half pro. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I mean, dude, Marcus, this is definitely true. I mean, we kind of talked about it last night, but your mind is very powerful, man. It is what it is. If you think of your mind as a database of information that you store and it retains information that you emotionally, it's like your emotions kind of save these ideas. If you have an idea and when the mind kind of brings that idea to the forefront, it kind of bases. So let's just say that you're a pro trader and your gut generates emotion of anxiety, fear, uncertainty. Well, I mean, it's kind of simple when you put it that way. If you call yourself a pro trader and you're generating emotions of uncertainty, anxiety, and fear, how else is the mind supposed to interpret that? I mean, if you think about it like that, how else is it supposed to? But if you say I'm a pro trader and it refers to the gut and it's like you're confident and it's like, I have my bad days. I have the days where I go on tilt, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still a pro trader. I have great days. I take great trades. I respect risk to reward. I have a strategy. And then your mind will begin to behave in that way. It's like, yeah, you're a pro trader. You're a professional. You're a pro. Pros don't do this. Pros don't do that, et cetera, et cetera. But then we have our amateur moments where we allow emotions to override us, override our judgment, and kind of like what I did this morning. I made 3 mistakes this morning. Does that make me a bad trader? No. But what it does is that I got emotionally caught up in the moment. Emotionally caught up in the moment, which it didn't cost me the account, but I try to put myself in a position where, because I want to trade heavy size, but I just know that that's not the right thing to do if I want to keep the account long term. And that's kind of how I kind of see things, that's how I see my trades, as if I'm trading 4 or 5 minis like I would used to trade. And if I'm trading 4 or 5 minis and I moved my stop like that and took losses like that, well, the account would have been gone. So I guess I'm trying to justify why I'm making the shift to trading smaller size versus what I'm originally comfortable with. But hopefully that helps. I thought I'd share that document with you guys. Now the question is, will the bulls maintain this or will we get a drop? I mean, that's the question. At least the ES is holding the trend. If I see a break, then if it breaks here, then it's highly unlikely that we could see, lower prices. But I mean, if the bulls can hold this trend line, then we should be good. Oh, really? Would you care to share what you've learned so far, Market Edge? Uh, yeah, I think so. Honestly, K Trader, if you can take 15 red days in a row and not blow your account, I would definitely say that you are definitely a pro at managing your emotions. Definitely. Because y'all guys saw it. I had 2 losing trades in a row and I just went till after that. Not today, but in my other account, I just said, fuck it. It's like, I can't, it's like 2 losses. It's like, no, I can't deal that. I can't have that. Not 2 losses. And I just went tilt. And I had a strategy too. I mean, I got hit in the face and that strategy just went out the window, man. If I still had that account today, I probably would have brought it back to break even. I just had 2 or 3 losing days in a row and my ego just couldn't handle it. I got too aggressive. All right, there it goes. There goes the break of that trend. So I probably will get stopped out of this one. But my ego just couldn't handle it. I got aggressive. I was like, I'm tired of uh, being cute with these entries. I'm gonna get aggressive, and unfortunately, as I tend to do often, I don't know why. I'm really good at doing this. Maybe I should, if I feel this way, I should say, you know what? I'm gonna just take the day off. On the days where the market breaks out of a range or out of structure and it makes 5, 10, 20% moves as an exaggeration away from the origin, away from a range, those are the days when I choose to get super aggressive. I DCA into the account, and as it continues to go in this one direction, the account blows. And I tend to do that. I don't know why. I just have a, I don't know why. And I don't know why. I feel so confident in it. Like I have the energy to sit there and take the loss. I feel like, I don't know, man. It's just it's a crazy phenomenon that I kind of notice a lot, and it's always on those stupid days. It's like it's like my mind understands what days that this particular thing happens on, where the market is just going in one direction and it doesn't pull back and it doesn't stop. And those are the days where I get aggressive on the wrong side of the market. Those are the days, and I just blow the account. But there goes that stop out. And that's what I when it comes to the ES, it's kind of obvious. Once the ES breaks structure, it's all she wrote. The bulls failed here to hold this position right here, to hold this trend line. And because they failed to hold this trend line, you see the break right there, and all the market is doing is just running these sell stops. And on the ES, that is hard to recover from. It's hard to recover from that. So, and of course, the Nasdaq, she been stopped me out. But I mean, in both situations, these were winning trades. It's just unfortunately, the market just decided to kind of crap out here. So, um, what I'll probably do here is probably get back in at the ES at this at this break right here, because I think the market is probably going to target S4, and if they don't hold S4 and we break past this trend line right here, I mean, it can get nasty underneath that trend line. It can get nasty underneath this trend line. I guess the market could potentially come back and retest 62 for a double bottom retest here. Because I mean it's pretty clear. At least the ES is in a downward trend, or we're in a downward triangle. We got the trend line at the double bottom retest here. And if we see a break, we could potentially get a run of 362 for a double bottom retest. And I think that 362 area right here is going to be very important to look out for and see how the market reacts at that area. If we get a break and a push back up, I would take that long. If we see a break and we see the bears hold that pullback, then that means that we should expect more downside there. So, but hold on, give me a second. Hold on. I guess that's always nice to see. All right, so let's see if this last position of the day will work or if we're going to see. What is that? 94.25. Mm. Yeah, that's a great question to ask yourself. That's why I have a 2 trade loss or a 3. Honestly, I'm probably going to cut it down because I mean, honestly I should even be losing the first trade. But if I'm going to take extreme ownership of my first trade, I shouldn't have even taken that first loss, but mm, shit, the Nasdaq could potentially try to rebound. Actually, let's look at this, man. The Nasdaq could potentially come back down and probably bounce around like 6 or 2370, probably S4 at 69. I think this potentially where the market could go because if we break this low, if this was just a push into prior resistance and we're going to break this low, we break 23. I mean, the next level on the NASDAQ, or at least the next potential area where it could bounce is around 870. Yeah, that's it, 870. I mean, I don't think the market want to see his price get underneath 23K because it can get nasty underneath that level. But we'll see what happens. It can get nasty underneath that level. Probably the 50 EMA is probably like a better. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I guess moving forward, I guess I can kind of look into doing that because it works more often than it doesn't work. Definitely works more often than it doesn't work, but no, I probably still would have stopped that on that one. Persistence this. Because that shit just happened. It happened really fast. Hmm. Well, I mean that's definitely we'll see here. If this turns out to be a more significant trend, I'll put the actual trend line right there. But for now, I want to see if this is actually going to be a significant trend because it's obvious that the market is using this area right here because we're seeing the bears at least use this area. I mean, it lines up with the orb high, so they're obviously using this area to short it down. And it looks like we're getting that short from the orb high. We'll see if they're going to use this area as a liquidity sweep right here, where they use the sell stops that's underneath this low as fuel to push this market probably to that 2369 S4 target. We'll see. We'll probably get some back and forth between the orb low and probably the orb high until the market decides which direction it wants to break out of. One thing is definitely for sure, we're making lower highs and lower lows. So we're in a channel. We're in a channel right now. So we could see the bulls come back up. We could see the bulls come back potentially right here because it would be at the low of that channel right there. It would be at the low of this channel. We'll see. Hey, yo, what's up, Marquise? You say you took the long from 230? And there we go. Hmm. Hmm. We'll see. We'll see with this one. I don't necessarily like the structure here. I mean, the overall structure is bullish, so I don't like that. And I'm talking about this structure right here. I mean, obviously the overall structure is bearish, but it does look like the bulls are trying here. They're making higher highs and they're making higher lows. So this part of the structure is bullish, but the overall structure is bearish. Let me look at the hourly chart on the ES and probably give me a better idea. That's a bullish hourly candle. I don't like seeing an hourly candle like that. Yeah, that's a bullish hourly candle. We got 30 more minutes on this candle. That is a bullish hourly candle right there. And that is bullish right there on the hourly candle, at least right there. You don't want to see that if you're short. Well, this isn't a sim. We already made our money for today, so this doesn't matter. This will just be for research purposes today. Uh, it'll be for research purposes for today. Hmm. I definitely have been neglecting gold. I've definitely neglected her, but with our focus, I mean, if I can't find a trade before 7:30, I'm not going to actually. I mean, paying attention to gold is very difficult. This was a good trade on. Well, actually, never mind. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I take that back. I forgot. I told myself that I won't be trading gold for the rest of this week in my funded account. I'm not going to trade it for the rest of this week because that craziness that happened on Wednesday, I almost took a big loss because of that. So, uh, well, not necessarily a big loss. I would have blown the account, but I just would have took a significant loss. That probably would have set me back 3 days if, I didn't get aggressive the way that I got. And I didn't like that. So I was like, you know what? Gold is just being crazy right now. So I just, and it makes sense. We have Jackson Hole tomorrow. Actually, let's look at that. Let's look at that. Let's look. And then we'll be done for this session. So I think it's what at like 9 o'clock or something tomorrow, Central Time. Jackson Hole. I know it's not at 7 or Fed. Okay, so Fed chair. He speaks at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. All right, we should get at least it's not in the middle of the day. At least we know how the Fed chair is feeling about the data, and the markets will probably move from here. Now, I want to bring this back up before we'll also talk about this tonight. But for those that are here now, right now the market is super bullish, super bullish. We even talked about this being a potential occurrence on Sunday stream about us seeing like a big move down so we can see this move right here. Because right now, the institutions are long 98,000 contracts and they're short around 56,000 contracts right now. They are 64% long and 36% short. And they have 42,000 contracts net long. and it's well above the average, and well under the average for all these data points. They are about around the amount that they're usually short contracts, but they're above the average on their long. So these data points are suggesting that these could be the big boys getting retail conditioned short. And so when that big move happens, retail is going to be holding that bag. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see. But it's nice to have this data available and this data to reference. But all right, guys, that's it for me today. We'll definitely come back later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good day.